So we just got off the ferry in Sardinia. I think this is called Porto Torres.
Something, Paul, you're taking the fastest route.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to try to hang on to you just for route finding.
Got Matt behind me, and then Brian and Wayne. Seem to have lost Stephen and Mike Healy. So as you can see, we're heading towards Olbia. Olbia, 28 kilometres. So we're on the road to Cagliari now. It's 265 clicks from here, with an arrival time of about 5:30 hopefully. Bit of an issue here. Looks like he must have fallen asleep there. This is the main route down to Cagliari. 215 k's to go. How beautiful is this? So we're 2.5 kilometres away from the Hotel Panorama in Cagliari. Big wide roads here as we come in, but paved these stones is not very comfortable. Okay, so before we obliterate the bedroom here, it's the Hotel Panorama in Cagliari, Sardinia. A nice big twin room, desk unit, plenty of hanging space, and you got a balcony overlooking the pool. Nice pool. The Hotel Panorama, and we're just about to go off for a loop ride with Wayne on the KTM, Big Paul on his Ducati, and Brian on the Honda Cross. Day 10, and we're leaving Cagliari and heading north to Gavoi. It's only about 2.5 hours, so we will go some wiggly routes. This is the typical Sardinian countryside here as we continue to head north towards our destination at Gavoi. So Mandas, Italy are two locations further on. So we're 1.5 kilometres from Hotel Talora, Talora, near just south of Gavoi, and it's located near these lakes. It's meant to be very nice, and you'll see in a few minutes as we arrive. I think we're going to dump our bags and then just go up into the town of Gavoi, have a look around, maybe go for another ride, maybe just get some lunch. But there's a beautiful spot. How nice is this? So after dropping luggage off at the hotel, we went on a 40-kilometre ride out around the local roads to the east of the hotel and the lake. got plenty of hanging space here in this lobby. There's doors through to the bathroom and shower, etc. in there, very nice. And we happen to have a triple room in this particular case here. And there's a TV. Double doors out onto a shared balcony at the front of the building. And as you can see, it looks as though it's going to be raining for most of the day. So I think we've decided we're going to do a fairly direct route of about 2.5 hours up to the town of Alghero or Alghero over on the west coast of Sardinia, and we're staying at the Hotel Florida for 3 days, so hopefully the weather will be a little bit better and then we can plan some other routes out instead. So we've just left the Hotel Talora, just south of Gavoi, and it's chucking it down. We're going for the shorter route to Alghero, which is only 140k from here, whereas we had a sort of 4-hour plus route up through the mountains. I don't know how direct this is going to be, but it's more direct than where we were going to go. So, not going to be very exciting viewing, so I'll keep this short. Right, just leaving the town of Bolotana, and we're on the, I believe it's the SS131, and it's still raining. But the roads aren't too bad actually. I mean, some of the main roads have huge holes in them. Some of these have got some holes in them, but I think the view makes up for it. Reduces the speed somewhat. It's all good exercise for running the rain. Just show you a little bit of this valley. Oh my god, people. Don't see many of those around here. Hope the GoPro isn't too wet. We're 1.5 from the optimistically named Florida Hotel, right on the seafront, which is nice. So we've just arrived at the Hotel Florida in Alghero. Very nice twin room, plenty of hanging space, and looks like a very usual shower room, bathroom, etc. And the exceptional part is a nice big balcony with sea view. How good is that? Brilliant. Day 13, and we are off on a little loop ride from Alghero. Yesterday was a day off because the weather was so rubbish. Today looks showery. We've just had a shower of rain but waited a few minutes, and it seems to be picking up again now, and should be a few wigglies. Oh, a bit of sunshine. Can't wait to enjoy the day out on the bikes again. It's I've got Brian in front of me on his Honda, and we've got Wayne up front on the KTM Adventure, and he's opted to lead today in this venture northwards. Some interesting gorges around here. So it's about 20 miles to Osilo, O-S-I-L-O. Sorry, 20 kilometres, I beg your pardon. But look at the views on this road. Over to the sea. We're looking at some stats this morning over breakfast regarding Sardinia, and it looks as though, I mean, you'll be able to Google this for yourself, but I think it was something like population of 1.69 million, and we ventured a guess that the land mass was about the same, just eyeing it on a world map, of Wales. So it gives you a bit of an idea of how few people there are knocking around on the roads. Look at the viaduct across that valley there. Look at that. Here we go. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? "15 kilometres to our destination on the north coast." More Nedgery roads, as I think Wayne must have this on Twisty Roots Road. Twisty Roads route. It's all about trying these different roads. Ah, the sun's coming out. Excellent. Isola, Rosso. On the northern coast, here we are. Looks like a bit of a holiday resort with lots of villas that are similar. Fiat pandas seem to breed extremely often around here. And a nice marina, looks like Canon down here. Without the tourists. I think this is a bit early in their season actually, because the restaurants last night, we went to a pizzeria and fantastic food as always. Not a huge fan of pizza, but these are proper pizzas over here. But it was about 25%, 30% full in there. It's mostly locals, I would imagine. Good morning. So it's day 14 and it's a bit of a funny day really, because we're catching the ferry from Porto Torres tonight and we've got to be there at 5:30 for a group login, and then the sailing is, I believe, 8:30 p.m. For an overnight ferry to Genoa, where we will arrive about 7 o'clock in the morning. So today we've got a little trip around the northwest coast of Sardinia. First stop is going to be Grotto Neptune, or Neptune Grotto, which is a cave system that can be approached by sort of boat from where we've been staying, but there's a lot of steps etc there, and I don't think it's going to be conducive to wearing all the gear we've got. But anyway, we're going to go around and stop at the top, and then we'll be travelling further north up to the very sort of northern point, and then have a spot of lunch there probably, and then a leisurely trip around the sort of northwesterly corner to the port of Porto Torres for a 5:30 meet up with everybody. That's the plan. Hopefully we can get some photographic shots in. So we're coming around this edge here. Corsica is right at the northern point. And we've just left the ferry at Genoa, and as you can see we're trying to get through the traffic to find our route up through the Alps, and we hope to go up through about 3 different cols on the way to Grenoble. Catch up with you later. So we went north to Alessandria and we're now going westerly to Asti, ASTI. So just fueled up and we're heading towards Sestriere. We've got 203 kilometres to Grenoble. So I had to turn the camera off because we were just heading up the mountain towards Sestriere, and there's the Italian police all over the road. Don't know if I got all of that up the road. They blocked the whole road with cars. I mean, totally over the top. There's about 3 cars and about 6 Italian policemen, because apparently there's a road race going on and they're not letting anything through until 6 o'clock, which would make us rather late, seeing as it's 2:45 now. So 200 miles to Grenoble, the boring way. But look at the views. Still heading towards Briançon. Day 16. We've just left the Europol Hotel in Grenoble, just headed up a couple of stops up the motorway to pick up our N roads, D roads route back up to our hotel in Vitry that we stayed at on the second night. So let me tell you about the Hero 6. I bought this for extra stabilisation and the voice control and blah blah blah, all the other features in it, and I've been utterly disappointed with it. I've had SD card errors, I've got days where it hasn't recorded or saved files. Yesterday went one of the best days probably. I wanted to record down through 3 passes or up through 3 passes, and it corrupted all of the files. So all in all, I think I'm going to go back to my Hero 3 Plus, and I think it's shut off now anyway, or is it still recording? I can't tell. Anyway, that's all for now. We've got about, I'll tell you about mileage in a while, because I'm just trying to get us back onto route at the moment, so I'm doing anyway, I'll tell you how many miles etc in a minute. It's about 300 miles up to Vitry. So just to recap, if the Hero 6 is still working, so we're a few miles north of Grenoble, but just to give you an idea, we've got 445 kilometres to do. Estimated arrival about 3:30 at this moment in time we've done coffees etc, petrol stock, blah blah blah. It's probably going to be near about 5 or something like that, I should think, but let's see how we go. We've got some flowing countryside, whereas it's been a bit through the towns and traffic lights and roundabouts. Last some flowing roads. This is the D996 north of Dijon up towards Vitry, where we're going. Seems a lot bumpier than I remember it, so the road surface is rubbish now, but further up it opens out and there's a lot more open farmland, and from what I remember, smoother surface, so we'll see. This is the 996 that I remember. Don't know what we were on before. This is the D996 from Dijon north. It's amazing. If you lived around here, you'd be up and down here all Sunday, every Sunday. D996, one to remember if you're ever in this area and you haven't done this road before, you must. You'll never forget it, and you'll bring your mates back and introduce them to it. It's fantastic. And we're still on it now. Got another 20 miles of this. So it must be Vitry or up there on the horizon. It's a very long straight road here across the final section. 24 kilometres to go, with about 30 minutes left. Just thought you'd like to see a little bit of the countryside. So day 17, and we're just on our way home, just leaving the hotel at Vitry le Francois for a 352k trip back to the Yarrow tunnel, and we've got a 2 o'clock train to catch, unless we can get there a bit earlier. We're just getting sorted out because it's peeing down with rain again, much as it was when we were here last time. Laura. Screen wise, I think there is definitely an improvement. Actually, I said in the previous comment that I couldn't really tell much difference, but in our fairly gust free motorway this morning at 90 mph, this is fully extended now and it's really good. Even if I knock it down to about 3/4 height, it's exactly the same, so I think it's better. That's it for now. I've got to go off on this next turning, I think. So we just arrived at the Calais, and it's 12:30. We were booked onto the 1420. I've got on the 1320, but of course the next bike behind me, Brian, he's been offered a different one. Crazy, eh? How can they fit one bike on but not a second or a third? But hey ho, we're done really. That's the trip. Let me just have a look at the mileage. So, final little epilogue for Corsica and Sardinia. Sorry, I've got to have the vent open a little bit. In some regards it's warmer here than it's been in Corsica and Sardinia some days. Anyway, I did a quick straw poll of people who'd been on the trip, and if they were to come back, would it be Corsica or Sardinia? I think it came out pretty even really. Sardinia is bigger, flatter. There are quite mountainous areas there. It's a bit cheaper food wise and beer wise. The beers in Corsica got up to a ridiculous, I think it was €8 at one stage for a large beer, you know, for a pint type beer. But wow, that's a lot of money. So just to wrap up then, yeah, I'd prefer to go back to Corsica, to be honest. Whichever way you turn out of the hotel, whichever hotel you're in, you're going to have fantastic roads, and some of them quite tight and wiggly. Some of them will have pigs around the corner. It's that's my choice to do Corsica. I'd like to go back, perhaps not next year, but certainly I will go back, and Corsica will be my choice. It's easy to get to as well. So roundup of times, my trip says 3294 and I'm a couple of miles from home, so that gives you an idea of Buckinghamshire to Buckinghamshire type of trip. Average MPG 42.8 on this Tig 1200. Planned some great routes down through the Alps. We did. I did a whole load of filming on a day back coming through the Alps up 3 different cols, and of course the Hero 6, as you may have heard me say. Didn't record any of it, corrupted the whole lot, so I didn't get any of that filming at all. Annoyed is a word for it. Anyway, catch up next time. The next thing is Pyrenees in September. Similar sort of trip with 26 odd people, I believe. So I'll do a sort of overview of that at that time. All the best. Thanks for watching, and catch up on next time.